We've even incentivized not only for students to not be late to classes, but also so they feel an added incentive to be as early as they can.
We call this the QR Code Challenge at Westlake, and to summarize it very quickly, it's an exciting gamification of our attendance system. We wanted to make a game out of kids getting to class and getting to class on time, in fact, well early. So every student actually has an individualized QR code that's part of their binder.
And it's been programmed to read the QR code of the student.
So that means
that it's been logged in.
As they come into the classroom, the teacher with an iPad or an iPod scans them in. It actually records that scan to the second in a database we have.
It's imported into a Google sheet, and then it accumulates points based off of our bell schedule for the day.
And you can see the timestamp of each one. And then I copy all of those over, put them into their corresponding period for the time. Once it goes there, it goes over to the attendance worksheet, and there's a code on each box that deciphers how early they are, if they're early, or if they're absent or tardy.
So we all have the QR codes, and they're basically a Google form that's sent in with our 9 number, and that's how they track how early or late we were to class, because it sends the time with it. And so every minute we are early to class, we get a point.
So the earlier a kid is to arriving to class on time, the more points they accrue. When they come late, it is actually a 10-point hit.
For example, if I have a student that goes early to class and it takes them 1 of the 5 minutes to get there, he'll earn more points than a student that shows up right at the bell.
Every single day at the end of the day, students receive an email saying, what's your point total right now for the QR Code Challenge?
And each month they can choose 1 of 3 incentives. Some type of a food party is a standing one. We've done pizza or pie.
Some of the exciting prizes would be to challenge an administrator at a game of their choice.
Play an administrator of your choice, the sport of your choice. So I got to verse a lot of kids in basketball, and that was fun.
Or to even get a cell phone permit for lunch and passing time.
If a teacher is in the hallway and they see that sticker on that phone, the student will be questioned as to the use of their phone, and that's a privilege only for the students that have shown responsibility to be on time. What's a reward that we haven't done that you think could be pretty cool?
I would think it'd be fun if we could do a snowball fight, even though it's banned from schools because it does damage stuff. But it would be fun if it was out of the way of the school to be able to do one.
A sanctioned snowball fight.
do you think that's going to happen?
I'll put it under consideration. The whole point of this is to model for students, real life, that punctuality is important and it's acknowledged.
I think that people are walking more quickly down the halls and sometimes running. Most everyone's hurrying back to class. Before we did the QR Code Challenge, there would be several students still in the halls when the bell rang. But then now that we do it, there's hardly any. So I think that's a big improvement.